Okay, like, I don't know what to say, but why the hell is everybody using AI these days? Like, come on. What's going on, guys? This is Byron here, and today, you know, I have no choice but to make this vid regarding AI because this is something that is totally getting out of hand, and I think it's time for us to discuss this whole situation regarding it and why it's so bad and such. Well, here's the thing. For those of you that don't know what AI is, AI stands for artificial intelligence. And what that is that it's basically this computational system with like human intelligence involved in it. You know, kind of like a robot with human intelligence, you know, doing all the stuff for you. And apparently it has been used for a few years now, and it looks like it's going to become the new normal, which I don't think it should ever be a new normal, and I'm going to explain reasons why. However, when it comes to AI, there are 4 different types of them. You got reactive, limited memory, theory of mind, and self-aware. And how AI works is that it processes vast amounts of data using algorithms to identify patterns, make predictions, and generate new content, while training models to learn from examples rather than explicit programming, utilizing technologies like machine learning, neural networks, and deep learning to simulate human-like cognitive functions. And like with this whole process of AI, not only that it does that, but it also does a lot of like text-to-speech stuff, as well as like different generators and translations, especially from like an image to a video and all that. It's literally insane. And it's also like that when it comes to wording and information as well. It's like you basically have robots doing all that stuff for you instead of humans doing actual computer animation or just doing all the typing or just sitting down and drawing and all that. Like, it's actually none of that. It's actually done by robots. And hey, I'm sure that we were told when we were kids that, oh hey, in the next 10 to 20 years, robots are going to take over the world and all that, because remember that song In the Future? And at the very beginning it goes, in 2027, robots do all of our chores. We send them to the stores and they even mob force. Yeah, well, unfortunately, those predictions have turned out true. Not to mention the robot vacuums and even like the quick service robots and all that. Yeah. And like for a while, this has been predicted by multiple people, especially those that have like predicted a future, because people are saying that, oh, robots are going to do more jobs than humans have, which unfortunately for all of us, it's concerning. Because how are we going to do all those jobs, like from writing to acting to animation, and to like do all those social things, especially when you're doing customer service, quick service, and like writing your own stuff and like making your own music and all that. It's like, why do we need AI for all of this? You know, it's just, I don't know how to explain it, because sure, we're not in this full-blown era yet, but it's actually getting there, and I don't even know what else to say, but based on what I'm about to explain to you, it's basically concerning when it comes to robots taking over stuff with humans, when like in reality, it does not always do the best job for themselves. And by themselves, I meant AI robots and all that. Especially AI generators. For example, when you write something, you have to rely on this thing called ChatGPT, which does all that for you, especially when you study stuff in school and college, which, to be fair, that's considered cheating. And it's like, it does not give you enough time to actually study than just using this AI generator that helps you and all that. And people are like, oh, you know, we need AI because it's a lot easier for all of us instead of having humans involved. I'm like, well, yeah, but like when it comes to AI taking over, that's not actual work at all. That's just this whole robot generator doing it for you and not yourself doing it, which that actually does not make you smarter when it comes to that. Something you want to think about. And like, I'm sure you all know that Google actually uses the AI generator or translator when you look up information, which I'm not gonna lie, but most of it does help. But like in reality, some of it is not fully translated correctly, and it's like, what the hell? Especially with like, you know, resources and all that they give you just to break things down. Now, that part is helpful, I'm not gonna lie. But like if it's translated or generated in the wrong direction, then it's gonna confuse people. You know what I mean? And it's like, when it comes to ChatGPT, that has caused so many issues that like most teachers and professors were pissed about students using it instead of actually studying themselves and just, you know, instead of looking all that up and just, you know.
Look at this! 97% AI generated! Do you see that? You're not slick! I explicitly told you, ChatGPT alone is a death sentence. That's why I mentioned Nesright, to make it your own. But you're too lazy for even that. I can't do this anymore. Every damn essay I read sounds like it was written by ChatGPT. The detectors are going crazy. I'm getting emails, warnings, headaches. If you're gonna use it, fine, but at least run it through lunch break AI. Make it sound... I can tell which of you use ChatGPT! I'm gonna pass your resume to McDonald's.
Oh my God.
I told you the only AI allowed on this campus is study fetch. I am done with the shortcuts.
You think a robot can do your thinking for you? You think you can just paste a question in a ChatGPT and call it learning? This is what I think.
No ChatGPT, no bots, no tricks. It's plagiarism, and it will ruin your career.
Maybe, but Sage Math is going to take your job.
What'd you just say?
You heard me.
Get out of my class! And I said no artificial intelligence in my class. If I catch one more chatbot doing your thinking for you, grades are gone. You hear me?
Is Sage Math good or?
What? Let me see that. Turn it this way. Okay, wait. This isn't that bad. This is just a math environment.
So it's fine.
Okay. I am sick of grading essays that sound like they were written by a polite robot with a thesaurus. Stop using ChatGPT. It is lazy, it is dishonest, and it is a guaranteed way to fail this class. For everyone who used ChatGPT, you all automatically failed the class. But for those who use Study Fetch, you all performed at the top percentile and got the best grades in the class. ChatGPT users, I will find you!
It's like, well, you do know that taking notes and looking stuff up exists for a reason, right? You do know that books exist for a reason, but I guess that, like, nowadays, not everybody wants to read, which sucks, because, like, most adults nowadays, except for me, are, like, at a 6th grade level of reading. I'm like, I just don't even know what else to say, dude, but it's literally a sad world we live in. But when it comes to this whole AI generation of, like, you know, dictionary, studying, reading, and writing, it's like, sure, that has forever changed how we study, but in reality, it's like, it does not give you actual effort to do all of it in one, to actually do it in a way they would do it without the use of AI. And it's even used through, like, different methods, like the data input, prediction, evaluation, adjustment, and, like, those are just the things based on how AI learns. And, like, when it comes to them doing the key components and processes, like, there's data and training, algorithms and models. Now, keep in mind, algorithm is, like, the main thing, because the algorithm itself, when it comes to AI generators, they don't generate the best. So the algorithm is not the best at all, to be quite honest with you. Not only that, but there are also neural networks and deep learning, which basically AI does help you with that, but not at the best part, to be honest, when it just gives you false information. And, like, AI is supposed to give you, like, learning methods like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and even reinforcement learning. Just certain things that you can look up and such. And yes, there is such thing as generative AI, which we've talked about before, as well as, like, computer vision and natural language processing, aka NLP, which those are, like, the most common applications that are, like, part of AI. So I'm not surprised by it. Now, don't get me wrong. AI does have pros and cons involved, especially when it comes to it helping you, like, not only learn, but to basically give you some benefits like operational efficiency and automation, enhanced decision-making and analytics, healthcare advancements, the 24/7 availability and customer service, error minimization, personalization, and education, which unfortunately AI has taken over education, which I'm not even sure how teachers are really going to continue teaching the students when you have, like, AI bots involved, as well as advanced research and development. Well, actually, I just went ahead and looked it up. It seems like that AI is not entirely replacing teachers, but, like, it's going to help the teachers teach the kids and such. Well, I guess. And, like, I'm sure that AI can help you find, like, certain things you need. But, like, when it comes to certain things like customer service, for example, well, yeah, unfortunately, like, at drive-thrus, for example, like, at, like, what, Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Wendy's, unfortunately, they are using AI to take orders when people are doing that, especially, like, certain stores like, what, Walmart, Target, Lowe's, Home Depot, or even others like, what, PetSmart. I mean, sure, they can help you with some, but others, they don't always work when you're trying to find the information that you need when they give you the wrong information. And that's what's bad about AI. It's like, they're not going to always give you the information you want, even though they're, like, with general questions and such, they are going to give you some info, which is good. And, like, what about phone services? I mean, do they use AI as well? I'm pretty sure. And I'm really sorry to say this, but, like, regarding AI, just, I don't know what to say, but, like, despite a lot of things that it has in store with it being, like, the new normal, there are certain consequences of using AI, and what I'm about to tell you, it ain't good, because what AI is doing is just fully taking over the jobs that people have, and, like, they say that, it's not going to replace healthcare people, which is not. It's not going to replace teachers. Well, there's a 50% chance. Oh, it's not going to replace content creators, artists, you know, actors, writers, singers, producers, directors, and all that for, you know, the entertainment stuff and studio stuff. Well, You know, there are companies that are actually ditching some of that for AI, especially within the marketing team. I'm like, well, I don't even know what else to tell you, but let me tell you this. I'm sure that some of you may have heard of this thing called Sora AI, where you get to create like certain AI generators and translators from like images and like videos into like something that like barely exists. And unfortunately, this exists a lot. And like with people using AI on like people, especially dead celebrities and dead people, come on, really? And then not only do you have videos like that, but you also have like certain videos that are like being made with like, you know, certain characters doing this or that, or like with people going on water slides, for example, like these videos here. Or even barely others that don't get injured, kind of like what they do in real life, but unlike this, they don't. Like, for example,
did you see those sparks? Oh my god, it just stopped. I hope everyone's okay.
And it's like with multiple people using AI, there are also ASMR videos being used for like, oh, monthly things here and there. Like, for example, and this. And this. It's like, I've seen those videos all the time on Facebook, YouTube, X, and unfortunately on TikTok and Instagram. And like when it comes to looking at those, it really grinds my gears to the point where it just, I just don't know how to describe it, but it makes me sick to my stomach to where it looks so disgusting, to where AI is like, oh, we do this, that, especially with like AI generators and translators using like certain dead people to make them look like they're alive. It's just so disrespectful. I'm like, what the actual hell? And not to mention those Mr. Rogers videos are like so freaking weird. Like, for example,
You think kindness makes you untouchable, Fred? I think respect matters and you're losing yours!
Just a happy little ripple right there. What do you think, Fred? It's lovely, Bob. Feels like a place I'd like to visit.
You think kindness makes you untouchable, Fred? I think respect matters and you're losing yours! Come on, neighbor, show me that gentle touch! You crossed the fence! Then let's break it up!
Sir, let him go!
He started it! Hands behind your back!
You don't
now.
talk about my clouds like
Sir,
that!
calm down. Breathe. Stay right here with me.
He ruined my
You're both gonna chill out, all right? Nobody's getting hurt today.
Fine, I'm...
Let go of me!
He's the one who swung first! Hands behind your back, sir.
You jabbed me with that pallet, Bob!
I mean, it does look real, but in reality, it's not even real, so I just don't understand why people think it's cool to use it. And not to mention, AI is also used for like certain animation, like for example, the Fruit Love Island. And not to mention, but I don't know if you guys have seen this video from Casey Simpson, but he talks about AI as well as like Fruit Love Island and how AI is so bad, especially with like not only how bad the animation is, but also with like the poor lip syncing and all that. Just take a look. And not to mention these other AI animated videos.
Hi, I'm a guava. I'm sweet, juicy, and full of vitamin C. I help keep you strong and healthy, and I taste amazing too. Hi, I'm an orange. I give vitamin C to keep your immune system strong and give energy to your body.
Hi, I'm an apple. I keep you strong, help your heart, and give you lots of energy. Bite me and feel the freshness. Hi, I'm corn. I give energy to your muscles and brain, keep your stomach full, and taste super yummy. Eat me and feel strong and active. Hi, I'm a mango. Eat me and I'll boost your immunity, give you energy, help your digestion, and make your skin glow.
I'm like, okay, well, how do you even consider this good when in reality, it's just this type of content has not even been properly developed. And I don't think it's going to improve anytime soon, because with AI taking over the animation, it's like, what are the human animators going to do? You know, it's like, how are we going to see actual animation instead of like studios using AI? And not to mention Disney is going to use AI, unfortunately. And I'm not going to lie, but I heard rumors about Stranger Things using the ChatGPT or some sort of AI to make their script, particularly season 5. But I'm like, are you even dead serious? And unfortunately, I hate to say this to you guys, but like, there's a lot of AI slop that I've seen like almost everywhere, not just on social media, but like there's like some stuff out there. Like, not to mention, but at UDF, they have like this photo of like certain cows in this weird land or whatsoever. And like, there's this one location that actually had like this AI photo, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And not to mention McDonald's is doing the same thing. I'm like, why? And not to mention, but with this one Taco Bell I went to, they now rely on AI for their drive-thrus. And with humans not helping at all, it's like, sometimes they'll just go ahead and screw their orders. It's like, robots can actually do that, believe it or not. Like, robots don't always do perfect things. And that's that. Okay, well, I just don't even say, but see, this is what I don't like about corporate nowadays. It's like, they're using something that is not going to help them later in life, and people are like, oh, it's going to help them in life because, like, you know, they prefer robots and all that. Like, we don't want to pressurize them. Like, dude. Do not realize how bad AI is getting, and do not see all those rants and like negative reviews from like certain people that are against AI. And it's like, unfortunately, when it comes to artwork, AI has to be relied on now, especially when it comes to corporate businesses, whether it's a retailer, a restaurant, a movie theater, an entertainment center, or even an amusement park, like Six Flags, for example. And it's getting to the point where AI is just looking so ugly. It's like, just take a look at all that AI slop. It's like, how do you consider that even cool? And not to mention, I was told by my cousin, like, oh, you know, we use the AI translation. Like, oh, it's so good. Like, in reality, no, it's not. Oh, and let me tell you this. When I first heard of AI, I've only seen some on YouTube, and it was not completely full-blown. Well, at least not yet. But, like, it was just the point where things were just, you know. And, like, this was back in 2022, like, after the events of COVID and such. And it's like, here's the thing. You know how people say that, oh, unfortunately, it's safe to say that we're never going back to the way things were after COVID? Well, now with AI taking over, what they're saying just turned out true. Well, I don't know what to say, but yeah, and not to mention, one of my internships actually tried to make me use AI, and I'm like, what? No! It looks so bad, and like, I kind of tried to do it, but like, it just didn't work. So I kind of give up on like doing that AI stuff. It's like, why the hell would you want me to use AI when I could have done the artwork, or I could have like, you know, done something else to where AI wouldn't be so relied on. Like, a lot of people say that, oh, AI is scary because like nowadays companies are using AI shit and people are so outraged, and like those businesses are getting backlash for it. If you're using AI, I don't know what to say, but I would definitely think twice before using it, because this is not taking you to the right step. This is not leading you to the right direction. What the future is getting to, it's bad. And I don't know what else to say about it. And now here's the thing. SOAR AI is shutting down, which a lot of people are happy about that. And I'm happy about it as well. So that's a huge win, especially for like what, the future. But it's like, oh no, we still gotta use AI because it's something that's gonna help us and all that. Well, I'm sorry to say this, but AI is not a good step when it comes to going into this future, like with this whole new generation. And it's like, unfortunately, Gen Beta is gonna rely on AI, and that's what I'm really worried about. And like with AI, it takes away multiple jobs. Like, it takes away jobs from customer service. It takes away jobs from like, I wouldn't say writing, but like it takes away certain jobs from like, you know, consumers and all that. And it also takes away certain jobs from like, what, voice acting? Because I heard that like Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to be using AI when it comes out. But hey, I just really hope they ditch that, but it's unlikely. And not to mention, it takes away jobs from those that do computer animation. Well, not all of it, but some of it, or like doing actual artwork, because with most of the AI work, that is not real artwork. The real artwork is from someone that either draws or create something through computer animation that's not AI. Like, hey, y'all know Adobe? Like Adobe Animation? It's a good example of that. And hey, you know, there are some okay things about AI. Like, for example, some of the text-to-speech voices are like the singing voices, which it does not really give the best vibe. But like with the AI Jukebox, there was this channel called the AI Jukebox that actually did a lot of like AI translations and generators through like certain music. and songs with like certain characters involved. And it's only good if it's done properly, which apparently it almost has. And as much as I hate to say this, but when using AI, it's like when you're using copyright material, it does not fully work very well for AI translators or generators when it comes to that, which I actually did a few of them, and most of them did not turn out to be the best. And like, unfortunately, you have to have a certain account to create on there and like pay like a certain monthly fee. It's like, dude, I'm not wasting my money on that. And hey, not to mention, have you all ever heard of UberDuck? It used to exist until now. So yeah. And it's like AI is just almost everywhere nowadays. It's like, it is like this whole viral sensation of like this quote unquote new normal that you could barely escape it.
Hey, check this out.
Which is AI? That's simple. Left. Left. It's left.
Dude, that's wrong.
Whoops. I meant right.
Wrong. Oh, so wrong.
What? But that's not...
No. Hey, check this out. Which is the AI? Left? Yeah, that's forever.
No.
Which is the Hey, check this. That's forever. That's forever.
And as much as I hate to say this, but it literally did not help out with this one guy that actually unalived himself because of AI. Which this whole story is actually true, sadly. Because when he went ahead and used AI for some sort of encountering and such, and just, you know, to interact with AI, somehow AI knew this kid regarding like his information and such, like his personal info, and that drove him to suicide because of that. And at my workplace, I was actually told a story about that, and when I heard of him, like, what the actual hell? You know, I'm not gonna lie, but when I was told about that story, it actually forever changed the way I view AI, because I thought that, oh, AI is okay and such, when in reality it's like, it ain't the best. But nowadays I can definitely see why that a lot of people hate AI, and honestly, I don't blame them when despising AI, because I think that AI is just kind of destroying our economy, our community, and also the world. Because with AI nowadays, it's like, oh, we're gonna use this or that, like, oh, it's gonna help us with this or that, and just to get people in, like, dude, what the actual hell? You know, the most unfortunate thing that they use nowadays is that Chuck E. Cheese is now using AI for their artwork. And basically almost everything for, like, you know, the AI generator and like translators from like here or there. They have been doing it since, like, what, last year? And now, unfortunately, they are using it for their spin-off chain called the Adventure World, which is basically a modern discovery zone, and most of the AI slot looks really bad. And surprisingly, corporate itself, CC Entertainment, actually faked a lot of good reviews. And what's really weird about it is that a lot of people were hating on it, which I don't blame them on it, and this guy, I think his name's Justin Lee, you know, the guy that works for, like, what, Mark Huffman? He went ahead and gave a response to everybody through this very ridiculous response that kind of seemed like a tantrum. I mean, like, oh, I'm surprised about all of the hate and all that. Like, dude, it's because of the fact that you've used a lot of AI work, and like with a lot of AI work they've put onto it, that's not real artwork. And I'm like, I just don't understand why the businesses think it's the best thing when in reality it's just them relying on certain things that already exist and like reusing this or that. It's like, how is that creative? You know, like, that's something I just don't understand when it comes to using AI. Although, surprisingly, AI has been around for quite a long time, and it has not been as huge as it already is now. Because with the evolution of AI, it dates all the way back to the 1950s, even though computers were not even invented around that time being. But, like, AI was originally called the Turing test, which they actually used it to measure computer intelligence. And it was coined because of this guy named Alan Turing, who actually published this work called The Computer, Machinery, and Intelligence. So that's technically where it came from. Well, the thing is with AI, when I was younger, there was like this different type of like computer generator. Well, I'm sure y'all have heard about this thing called the text-to-speech voice. If you grew up watching Go Anime, you know what I mean by that, because a lot of people were using like text-to-speech voices and all that, like, oh, you're great, like, hey, I'm gonna do this or that. Like, it literally made those characters sound like actual robots. And like, technically, that was the AI before the AI that we know today, even though it's not actual AI. And as much as I hate to say this, but it's like, I'm honestly glad I got out of that situation. And honestly, I'm glad I don't use Go Anime anymore, because it was a wild ride, to be honest. You know, when I was younger, AI was never a thing. Like, we did not have AI to rely on and such. There was like no AI generator for this, that, not even in schools, not even in like businesses. Well, sure, you had like modern technology later in life, but there was no AI involved. Not even when I was in school. And like, AI was barely used when I was in college. And like, a lot of people did actual paperwork. A lot of people had done actual jobs, and like, there was not a lot of technology that took over. especially before my time. It's like times back in the day, that was just basically different. And like there was no confusion of like whether it's AI or not. Like there was none of that. But fast forward to today, it's nothing like what I remembered when I was younger. It's nothing like the generation I grew up in. Because, you know, you have a lot of iPad kids and like kids that don't even read, kids that don't want to learn and all that. And it's like, not to go off topic, but nowadays a lot of kids have to rely so much on not only technology, but like on things that they can do here and there instead of like doing occupational stuff and like using a lot of analog stuff and not digital. Well, with Gen Alpha and Beta, they're more into digital than we were when we were children. That's what really sucks about it. I mean, hey, I still go out and do stuff, and it's like, I just don't even know what else to say, guys. But I was talking to my friends about AI, and most of them agreed with me regarding the fact that AI has just gone so bad. It has gone so bad to where it's literally becoming the worst thing of our future. And like, if we want actual things, it's like, I don't know what to say. It's like, I don't know what the future is for music, movies, and all that. Like, the future of it is what I'm worried about, because this whole direction that we're going is not where we want to be. And I really hope that people can change that very soon, because I'd rather have like actual human work than being relied on by robots. I mean, hey, if we want entertainment, we could still have robot entertainment, but that's just me, but that's it. So yeah, guys, that is my full-on rant on AI, focusing on the main issues and such. You know, it's really unfortunate regarding the future, and it feels very uncertain when it comes to that, but we're just gonna have to see what's gonna happen here and there. But I just really hope that people can just rethink of like using AI and just not use it in their daily life when they can actually use other things as well, not just AI. But if AI is here to stay, then what else are we supposed to do? I want to thank y'all for watching this vid. Make sure you like and subscribe. Sorry if I acted all angry and everything. It's just so frustrating when it comes to AI. But thank you all for watching, and this is me, Byron, signing off. Peace.